Hi everybody, I'm just going to race through the soul vinyl tag. There's so many tags, but I don't want to spend too long on this. This was put together by Lovell, the coolest guy in VC, bar none. And here we go. These 15 questions. His first question is first soul album bought. Now I can't really remember clearly. There's a period in the 90s when I started picking up compilations of stuff, and then I started buying up albums when I saw them. And at the same time, one day I bought these two, All Directions and Masterpieces of Temptations. Not a bad place to start. There's not really much I can say about these, and it hasn't been said before. Great albums. At the same time I bought other stuff. Kurt Mayfield, various bits and bobs around that period. Second question is show a Motown record. I thought, I've got so many, I didn't realise I had so many. So I've just chosen one because it's a lovely cover. Martha and the Vandellas' Greatest Hits, 1966. Recent buy. I've bought quite a few soul albums recently. This is one of them. I've got most of Isaac's stuff from the 70s. I think maybe I'm just missing one. I think I may have them all now. This is New Horizon. What I like about this is tracks like Out of the Ghetto, where he turns more of a kind of funky, sort of slightly disco vibe. And they're just great tracks. So on Chocolate Chip album as well, and Juicy Fruit. They're my favourite tracks. When he starts rambling on like a, the stud lover that he obviously was, sometimes you have to be in the mood for that. But you can't go wrong with some of those songs. Next one, show a 45 or 12 inch. I've got a lot of soul 45s, but this is one of my favourites. The Sisters Love, I Know You Love Me, and the vocalist on this just so many great vocalists in this, especially, I say especially, but in the soul realm there are just so many. I don't think there's a bad one as such. It's just some stand out above others. In this particular one, I don't know her name. Phenomenal. Show a live soul album. Now there was again a lot of choices here. I could have gone with Isaac Hayes, or there's a Curtis in Chicago there. Joe Tex, that's a fantastic little album. It's quite a cheap thing to buy actually, but quality. But I thought I'd go for this. Gina Washington, the Ram Jam Band, hand clapping, foot stomping, funky butt live. This is just a killer record from start to finish. There are no gaps between tracks on this either. Just play the whole gig almost, just like fantastic stuff. Highly recommend checking that out. I've got another one of these, not for cleaners back here, but just, you put the needle down and you're there. And this guy, he could sing, and the band is so tight and so fast, and just hit it and just go. Great record, that one. I'm trying to show things that maybe aren't always going to be seen, I don't know. All-time male singer. Now, I'm not a soul guy in terms of, I'm so into soul that I differentiate particularly between singers or whatever. I mean, I know what I like when I hear it. And obviously Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, all of those are beautiful singers. But I'm going to show a couple here. You get sort of overlooked a bit. Wilson Pickett. Again, this record is so good. It says the exciting Wilson Pickett, because it is. It's another one of those, you put it on and it just doesn't relent, And to keep that kind of power in your voice, especially over a live gig or something, would be amazing. I think kind of overlooked nowadays in some respects, but a great vocalist, as is this guy. Robert Knight, Love on a Mountain Top, and Everlasting Love, of course, for two monster hits on here, My Rainbow Valley. all covered by that kind of pop side band. It's completely a love affair. But yeah, lovely vocalist, and not one you see shown or talked about very often. But that's a nice album on Monument. My favourite female, the same thing stands. There are so many. Sister's Love, I mean, it's just the Sand Pebbles vocalist, absolutely out of his world. And at the end of this video, for the last question, I'll show you perhaps the best vocal performance of all time. Anyway, I am going to show an all-time female favourite. Again, I just think she's a lovely voice. Fern Kinney. Groove Me and Fern. She's got a sort of sweetness to her voice. They have sometimes a sort of slight girly twinge here and there, but she's also got this amazing mellifluous power. It's like this, oh, it's really hard to describe. I recommend checking her voice out, especially on this album. Just check out a track like Baby Let Me Kiss You or Groove Me. Wonderful stuff. Probably the only time that I'll get shown in the VC ever. Funk album. I was going to show Funkadelic, you know. I was surprised by how few funk vinyl albums I have. Well, a lot of stuff on CD, but I have got The Undisputed Truth on vinyl. This is my only Undisputed Truth. I do see them occasionally, but going up and up in price, and I think, oh, I don't want to pay that, even though the music's that good. I mean, this one needs a damn good clean. But I mean, that is funk to the max. Okay, Blaxploitation. Again, I've got things like Superfly, not many on vinyl, but most of my stuff is on CD. However, I thought I'd show an exploitation of a Blaxploitation kind of albums, of that kind of stuff, by showing this. This is Super Dude movie sounds. So you can see the great selection here. Superfly, Freddy's Dead. Look at that. Those great tracks. You know, this theme from Shaft, Bumpy's Blues. You know, played by some sort of house band, I suppose. But great to, you know, this is the sort of stuff that gets sampled and whatnot, and just great to hear those things stripped back to the bone in their, you know, their sheer funky glory. Great stuff. My favourite cover, it's probably What's Going On. I'm not going to show it. However, I do have 2 or 3 here which I think are just great covers. I think there are so many. It's very hard to pick one. But I really like this cover. Moods of Marvin Gaye. You can see the mood. In fact, it could be, the fact it's in plural is good because you can see it's almost there are a number of moods you could assign to that picture. It's like he's captured, you know, the whole gamut of moods, if you like. There's a whole range of moods in just that one expression. Great album cover, that one. I always like the design of this one. Just love the style of it, that classic kind of blocky squares and stuff, I mean, and that green. Nice. And one more. Harold Melvin, and there's another striking cover. And perhaps an equally striking rear sleeve, you never know, depending on how you look at things. Okay, racing through. A classic from the 60s. 1965, The Impressions Big 16. Classic from the 70s. Another great cover, that one. And equally great rear. And there he is, doing his thing. Do your thing. Classic from the 80s. What a great album this is. I was just shocked when I heard it. It's just beautiful. It just takes you away. You just surrender yourself to it and it just carries you. Just beautiful, beautiful album. Now the next question is a duet. Your favourite duet album? I don't think I have any. I've had the Gay Terrell albums before. I don't know what's happened to those. Sometimes I purge stuff and I see those albums a lot and don't never pick them up. You know, because I'm not really that fussed. I've got various bits and pieces. There's lots of tracks on these albums where they're sharing vocals, but I haven't actually got anything to show you there. I was going to show an album like that, for example. It's not that. I can't even remember off the top of my head. It's Phyllis Hyman is all over it. Anyway, that's that one. And the very last one. Now, your favourite soul track ever. And I thought, oh, I haven't really got one. Then this came into my head. And when I play this song, I cannot play anything else after it. And I defy anyone who says that they can. You want to end the evening on an absolute high, and on probably the most classic vocal performance of all time, or one of them, easily up there. You play that. Enough said. So that's it. Thanks, Lavelle. That was enjoyable. I like the fact it was 15 questions and not 20. 20 too many. Just felt good. And yeah, I had fun doing it. It's really difficult stripping it right back. You know, like, oh, what have I got? What am I going to take out here? You know. But anyway, that's that. And I really enjoyed that. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers.